just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
The last.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I had the mics muted.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
So how long were they muted for, Jacob?
Only for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not bad.
anyway, everybody wanted. I told everybody on a Facebook post that I had an open car, so we figured we'd get a bunch of names going up, and we got 25 names here on the board. I got 25 poker chips here. We're going to be drawing a name very shortly. And then the last person that we draw will be the new driver of one of my cars for this season. Like I said on the post, that whoever wins this driving position is responsible for taking care of the car and if anything breaks, they're responsible for fixing it and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I guess our mics were muted, so we're gonna introduce everybody once again.
Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm the new driver.
The new driver.
Let's go. I guess I'm the new driver. I'm Jake. I'm going to be driving 36. What is he driving? Do you have a rigid or...
He's driving one of my cars. Suspended.
Suspended?
Yep.
Good luck.
And I'm Sean, the driver of the 78.
I'm Peter, your host.
And I'm John, driver of 69, or was the driver of 69.
And you might want to say again why you're not
Alright.
driving this year.
So, yes, I'm no longer going to be driving because I am now going to be expecting a child, so changing up priorities.
Alright, and Jacob.
And then I'm Jacob, the co-host, also the driver of the 54.
Alright. So, Jake DeFrancisco here is the nephew of our biggest sponsor we have, which is on the board. DeFrancisco Roofing. You guys need a roof or windows or whatever, reach out to them. They're rated #1 in New Hampshire. So yeah, definitely reach out to them. And then we got Planet Aid, and then we got road plates, and these are our new shirts that we're gonna be putting up for sale pretty soon. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this drawing in a few minutes, and we'll just get a few more people on here so they can do that. I'm doing it this way so that I can show there's no favoritism. But yeah, so Sean, what's your plans for this year?
No plans. Racing. Trying to have fun. Till it isn't fun. And then we are parking it and going camping. So let's keep it fun.
Alright, let's keep it clean.
Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it drama free. Let's go have races, and at the end of the day, be happy for the guy that won.
What made you want to get into one?
I'm familiar with getting in cars and driving fast, so I figured this would be fun, and
Makes it legal,
Yeah.
right? I mean, now you don't gotta drive fast on the street.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you're ready to try it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not 400 horsepower, but
It's still 100 miles an hour.
It's worse.
Yeah.
I feel like horsepower would be way better. I mean, it has always been in my past. Like, horsepower is because it's easier. You don't have to be
Right.
a driver, per
This
se,
is-
right?
Yeah, we know, Rachel. We're still trying to figure that out. It's gonna be one of the connections.
So can you hear us, Rachel? It's staticky. We're not going to fix it tonight. We couldn't fix it in a whole week. So let's go with it's not getting fixed. Deal with it, Rachel.
So.
But yeah, back to horsepower.
Yeah.
I mean, horsepower is always nice, but these cars make you a driver because it's smooth on the wheel. You know, not so much like you don't have to worry about throttle and brake control or anything because if you're lifting off the throttle, you're going backwards. In the brake, you're going backwards. You should never hit the brake.
This is rear wheel drive too.
Right. On slicks. So these bigger tracks, like, they don't slide around. You kind of got what you got. You know what I mean? Like, when you show up at the track, like, they don't slip and slide like you would in a street stock because you don't have horsepower. You're not, going into the corner, you're not lifting. Coming out of the corner, you're not throttling it up, so you don't have any throttle control. So it's more about momentum, and
Right.
the less times you can turn the wheel, the faster you're going to be, things like that. So it really makes a driver out of you. And like I said earlier, like anybody that gets in these cars, guys that drive small block, super modifieds, late models, whatever, everybody that gets in these cars loves them and just wants to be in them. You're 2 inches off the ground doing 100 miles an hour. It's great.
Right.
It's a good rush.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year. I mean, we're up to like 24, 25 cars that have signed up right now. I'm still waiting for a call to go get 3 more suspended. So
Should be able to wreck half them out in the first week,
yeah,
right?
you don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to, but isn't that usually what happens? At the beginning of the year in any series, you get like a huge car count, and then everybody gets excited and crashes.
Right.
It's like, drive with your heads. Like, let's try to think we're driving more than one race.
Right.
That's a solid
Yeah,
point.
just trying to keep it clean all year, and we had a pretty decent year last year. We kept it pretty clean. We had like one wreck last year. The year before that was actually not bad either.
It was caution-free for
Yeah.
13 races.
Yeah, it was. So,
Well, it was rain.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then,
the
we
second
had-
caution was me.
well,
so-
no, we had 3. One was rain, one was you at Hudson because you hit the wall,
Oh, yeah. And
and
then
then one at Riverside
where I hit the wall.
where you hit the wall again. So make sure when you go back to the track this year, you get a black Sharpie marker. So when you just hit
Sign
you
it.
sign the wall.
Good idea.
That's
Alright.
great.
So, all right. Well, so we'll do this drawing. So everybody here, we got the poker chips right here. I'm gonna pick them up. I'm gonna put them in the
Wish
bowl,
I could see what's
Counts, man.
and we'll get started. So.
Oh,
you
is
guys
my
not get
daughter
tempted
watching? If my
bringing your
daughter
car?
Haley's watching, let her know she's number 11.
Haley, you're number 11.
Since she couldn't come with me tonight.
So instead of me drawing, we're gonna have the new driver's girlfriend draw.
Yeah. It's a long ways away, though.
She couldn't say her name, so I'm not gonna say it either.
Right, yeah. Oh,
So,
that's it.
hand that to
That's
her-
your name. The
So
rest
hand
of
that
the...
to her,
You did?
and then she's gonna
Oh,
draw
the
the
first
chips,
time.
and then she's gonna hand them. She's gonna hand them to her driver's boyfriend, and I'll put them on the
To
numbers.
the driver.
So the first
One at a
number
time.
is 17.
You're out of
And-
there.
John Provost, you are the first one out.
Tough luck.
That is tough.
Next number.
At least he knows early, right? Because the
It's
last
number
2,
6.
that's gonna be a battle.
James Emerson, you are out.
What is Rachel? She said, hi, Sean. His John.
Next number is number 8. Ben Ball, you are out.
Hi,
He has
Rachel.
a race car driver name.
Next one is 12.
Ah, so close.
Peter, you are out.
Is that the Rhode Island guy?
Yes.
He's probably very happy.
Why would
Next
that
one
be?
is number 3. Jason Ryan Lacassie, you are out.
Come on, let's know it, guys. We're all pulling for Steve Grand to
Number
win it,
25,
right?
Chuck Fisher, you are out.
We're all pulling for Steve.
Number
See, I
15,
told you it was my whole family
Cody
that was
Pertring,
watching.
you are out. Number 22,
Oh,
Jason Ball.
that's
You
the
are
new
out.
drivers.
No balls.
That sucks because
Yeah.
he's got a driver's name.
Number 19, Scott Emerson. You are out.
Oh, Scott, it looks like the only Emerson driving a car this year will be Brandon.
Or Tyler.
If
Number
he gets
21,
Ha.
Tyler Emerson.
Tyler.
You are out.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry, Brandon.
Number 9, Gage Heron. You are out.
Ouch.
I don't know who these
Let's go,
people
Chris
are.
Jones.
Number 10, Jenny Fisher. You are out.
Not gonna lie, I'm getting scared.
Number
I'm
16,
scared. I have a lot
Jason
of
Whitney. You are
Yeah,
out.
the pressure's on you.
Yeah.
Number 24, Justin Mark Delega. You are out. Number 2, Kendall Zeno. You are out. Number 4, Riley. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. You are out.
Morachino.
Haley Martin.
Yes!
You are out.
Yes. I'm
Dude,
pulling for
don't-
Steve Grand, so don't pick one out of there.
John Grooms. You are out.
Oh no, this isn't
Wow.
good. 14.
Number 14, Jeremiah Hayes.
Looks
you
like
are out.
Jason may win this.
I think there's, what, 6 left?
What number?
Number 20, Chris Jones.
Oh.
You are out. Number 18, Jason Faulkner.
Oh,
you are
dang it.
out.
I was pulling for you, Jason.
And so wasn't I.
Number 7, DeFrancisco. You are out.
Damn, final 3.
Come
Number
on.
1, Steve Grant.
Damn.
You are
Oh,
out.
man. Hey, Ron.
Sorry, Steve.
Number 23, Aaron Planky.
Oh,
You are out.
no.
Mr. Patrick
Ooh.
McKinney. You are the new driver of the Mini Cup car.
Nice.
So get a hold of me on Facebook and we'll get you here and get you fitted for the car.
Well, you were wrong,
So Patrick,
Rachel.
number 13.
13.
Has he
Patrick,
raced before?
yes. Anybody on here has raced.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
So anybody who is actually
I don't know
involved-
if I'd call Haley a racer. Sorry, Haley.
anybody who is actually on here is has raced before. So that was the rule.
Hmm.
Rachel, you're wrong. It's not a DeFrancisco. So it is Patrick McKinney.
Steve, if you're watching, my son's gonna mess around with one. Maybe we can kick him out of it one day.
Or Steve, you're picking up 3 more. I can put you in one.
I was pulling for him.
So, Patrick, I'll message you and we'll. Get
How about
you-
Patrick? Are you watching? Call in.
Yeah, definitely call in, Patrick, and
Give us something to talk about.
yeah, absolutely.
We got 45 minutes to listen to me try to come up with something to talk about.
Well, I still got 3 cars I gotta finish.
You're not gonna finish them in 45 minutes during the show, Pete.
Well, well, I gotta finish them before we go racing.
That's true. It's coming up quick.
Yep. So number 13.
2
that's
weeks.
a lucky number. Yeah, 2 weeks. So I got your car.
Trying to
I
compute
got-
that into
I
hours.
gotta finish
To
the
man
7
hours.
body.
How many
I
man
gotta
hours
finish.
is
I
that
gotta do
labor?
the 21, and I gotta lower the steering wheel in the car that he's driving. So
Lower it?
yeah, lower it.
Wish I was skinny enough to have a lowered steering wheel. Mine literally has, because I'm so fat, it has to hit the windshield. So I can only turn it to the windshield.
Yeah, if anybody has
So
any
if I start
questions
to
or
go
wanna talk
around,
about
I'm going
anything,
around,
call in,
'cause
the
I can't
number's on the
correct
screen. Oh. Mr.
Rachel, my
Whitehill.
car?
Hold on.
Oh no. Hi, Kendall.
Hey, Kendall, how are you?
Not too bad. Hey, I got some
It's the legend.
questions to ask.
Yes. What's
Okay.
up?
On the receivers,
Yes.
when I was down, I don't know if I'm on the broadcast.
Yes,
but
you
You
are.
are.
when I was down to Virginia racing,
Yeah.
the director was the one that talked on the receiver.
Yes.
So is it going to be the director of the 603 or the track?
Probably both.
Okay.
Because they want to talk. I was talking with John Espernette, and he usually talks to you guys up in the tower, and then I'll
Yeah.
take over. And then me or the other or somebody else will take over after that.
The race
Okay.
director of that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
There better not be a lot in there.
No, there won't be. So, but yeah,
Next question.
Moving on.
All along on these broadcasts for this money race.
Yep.
You always said you had to make 5 races
yes,
before.
the first
Okay.
5 races before
Well,
before the money race.
There's 7
Well,
races,
the-
right?
The
Yep.
other
You have
broadcast
to make
you
at least
had
5.
was you had to make 5 races before the 15th.
You gotta make 5 races before the money race.
Yeah, but the other broadcasters you had, Peter, you said you had to make 5 races before the 15th.
Yes.
Well, the
Yeah.
15th must be
No,
the...
Well, we have 6 races or 7 races
Yes,
before the 15th.
Correct.
Correct. So
correct.
we're giving you 2 that you don't have to show up at.
Right.
Okay, well, it ain't what Peter said. It ain't what you said last week, Peter.
Yes,
Well,
it
we
is.
must
I
have
said
mixed it up if that was the case,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
been that way since
Yeah,
the
it's been
beginning.
that way ever
Yeah.
since we said it at the meeting. You gotta make the
This is
7
before the race.
before the money race.
So that way, if you like, I know you've got something going on one of the weeks, so you won't be there. But that gives you 2 that
You can pass
you
on.
can
basically.
pass on if you
Right.
have to.
Oh, well, what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying-
it must have got mixed up last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the money race.
Yep.
Are you gonna have a format that's before? I would say before a month, like May 15th. Are you gonna have a format on what is gonna be taking place, so we all know what is going on, and there won't be no surprises?
Yes, because whoever does not make the first 5 races, obviously is gonna start behind the people who did make the 5 races.
No, what I'm getting at, Peter, like when you get there, we gotta go through inspection.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna reverse the field, or you're not gonna reverse the field?
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I'm saying, there's something that should be in writing before.
There shouldn't be any surprises. It's supposed to be basically a regular race week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a regular race.
I mean,
week.
you know what
It's
I
a
mean? The same thing with
non-points
non-points, but
Okay.
it's going to be the same thing we do week in and week out.
Right.
I mean, maybe we draw for positions in the heat because we don't want to handicap.
Correct.
We don't want to say you win the last race before the money race. I don't think we should handicap you to the back of the field for the money. You know what I mean? Like, we should draw for chips for the heat races that day. It's
Correct.
a non-points race. It's a it's for the money. So draw for chips, and then you handicap according to field wherever you finish. You know, if you finish first, Kendall, you should start on the pole,
Right.
just like you do the A and B
Yep.
heats, right?
Yep.
I mean, inside is A heat, outside is B
Correct.
heat,
Correct.
1 through 2,500, if that's how many cars
Yep.
there are.
But it's just gonna be for that one race, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now the last thing I have or whatever is, and I don't know, and this is why I'm asking or how's it work, but these sponsors that you advertise every week,
Yep.
okay, where, I don't know how much they give you, I don't really care or whatever, but where does this money go for the series?
It goes towards the banquet and trophies.
Okay, because I didn't know, well, if it goes towards the banquet, now I don't know how much of that banquet goes to, but I mean, like last year, we paid $50
Yep.
to go to the banquet, and now, is this gonna offset some things this year?
I'm hoping so. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know how it worked or whatever.
Yeah.
You could say, well, I'm not on the board, you can't.
Banquet usually probably runs
Yeah. The
anywhere
banquet
between.
wasn't cheap, and neither
yeah,
of
I
those
was
trophies.
gonna say right around
Right.
Especially with
$5,000 to get the
Yes.
place would be my guess.
Yeah, it cost a little over 5,000 just to get the banquet hall and
Okay.
and catered.
Right.
And
Okay.
a lot of that come out of my pocket. And you guys paid last year paid quite a bit of that as well.
Right.
But a lot of it did come out of my pocket last year. So
Okay. So the 15th is that's no points race. That's just gonna be a fun race.
correct.
And it's gonna be run different. So in a way. Okay.
Yeah.
In a
and
way,
then-
it's because you're
right.
not going to handicap. Like, again, you don't want to start last in a heat
right.
where there's money on the line. I mean, it wouldn't be fair just because you won the week before. Like, it's got to just be a whole different.
Okay.
Correct.
You know.
And also October 4th, the Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
It's I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm almost positive that is going to be a non-points race.
Okay. So basically, you got 3 non-point races this year.
2.
Okay.
Does non-points mean non-tech?
No, you got the tech.
Okay, but no, like last week, you like on the race, you said well you had to make the first 5. Well, all these other 3 or 4 broadcasts you had, Peter, you had to at least make 5 races
Right.
before the 15th.
Right. There's 7 races before the 15th.
Okay,
That
now
would still
the
be
last
correct.
week you said the first 5, and I just want to make that clear because
Oh no.
No, any of the 5.
Any of the 5. There's 7 races before the 15th. You can make any 5.
okay, so I just
Yep.
want to make it clear that's all. So,
Yep.
but good. And like I said on the receivers, I didn't know how it was going to work because, like I said, down in Virginia, the race director was the one that was doing all the talking. Because when I was starting to get the lap down, he was basically screaming in my ear saying that, you know, whatever, say my number 10. Hey, number 10, the leaders are coming. Please stay down.
Right.
So
Come on, you lap traffic.
I didn't know if he was going to be listening to hearing your voice or some other different voice.
Probably 95% sure that you guys will be listening to me.
It's gonna. Are you gonna be in the tower when our races are on?
What's that?
Are you gonna be in the tower when we're racing?
Probably.
Because that's when I would say that the other guys are sorry the lineup, because they're probably gonna want to split the lineup. They'll have their computer right in front of them.
Yeah, probably. We'll figure it out. But yeah, most certainly you'll probably be hearing my voice. So.
Okay, no, I just want to see how it works or whatever.
Okay.
Now, I guess I know that. Hold on, I got one more. It's rained out Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, are you still going to be having somebody there doing tech? Because next weekend after that, I don't know how somebody's going to be able to tech 30 cars or whatever for the 19th.
We're gonna have to figure it out because if they cancel, then they cancel.
Well, how many showed up this past week?
Yeah, but
None.
None. We left.
They left because they got tired waiting for the rain.
Rompery and I left. We didn't wait.
is there any way that you can have
No one showed up.
some
No.
I'll come check your car.
area to do this?
I can probably do it. Yeah.
I could check your car for you. We know.
I'm just
I can do the season tech. Yes, that's fine.
no, but I'm just saying if it gets rained out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm planning on coming down anyways, rain or shine, because I got to go to Josh's.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering if we're gonna have a place where we can go. You know, if somebody wants the cars tech on Sunday, but we might not be racing. But it sounds like we might be, because it sounds like it might be 40% of rain. So we
I
might
looked
get
earlier. It was
something
up to 80.
I'll look right now.
But
Yeah.
I'm just wondering is there going to be some places with a canopy or whatever that we can go
Yeah.
out and get things. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
I'll see what I.
It dropped down to 80%. It was at 85 earlier.
I mean, are you're coming down with your enclosed trailer, correct? Yeah. So I mean, someone could just open your trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, basically preseason tech. I mean, we've seen
Just
your
all
car
that safety
before.
check.
We know it's safe.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta
just
put
gonna
a
check
sticker on
up.
it.
Just gonna check out. You know, make sure your fire extinguisher is up to date. Make sure that your wheels aren't falling off. I mean, you've
Right.
been with us for a long time, right? I mean,
We'll figure out. Maybe you'll have something posted. by
Yeah.
email or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll make a post. Yeah.
Okay. So good. Okay, I don't want to take all your time.
Thanks,
I'll see you
Kendall.
later.
All right, Kendall.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
that's Kendall. That's the guy I chased for 2 years. So I hope his car's unsafe. Only way I'll beat him.
Yeah. Right. That's funny.
Rachel, can you even hear us? Because I feel like I can't hear anything in my mic all of a sudden.
Chris Jones, that sucks. I was so close too.
Steve Grant, thanks for the cheers, guys. I think it was rigged, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know.
It's that new
wasn't-
driver girlfriend thing.
No, it wasn't rigged.
Come
so,
on now.
Steve, I might have another car. We'll keep you posted. So let me go back live here. On
I
my,
mean-
on my Facebook.
Well, your number's up on the screen, so.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know
go back
why
to Facebook
anyone
Live.
would want to race anyways. It's a lot more fun watching.
There we go.
No, it's not.
I was gonna say,
Nah, it's not.
disrespect.
Yeah.
It's
But
not. No, racing's great.
Steve
In
Grant.
with a good group of guys.
Steve Grant actually came close. I would have loved to have him in the car. Absolutely love to have him in the car.
I would have loved to seen him get out of the car. Stevie.
It's all good. You know, Steve can drive, man.
Yeah.
I've seen him drive
Yeah.
a Hudson.
Yeah, I've seen him be a passenger. He must have loved that.
Yeah,
He
right?
did the snow race. He was
Oh,
the
yeah,
passenger
yeah,
with Gage Osborne.
Yeah, I remember that.
They top like 3'd it. I was like, wow.
What's up, Scott Dunkley? But yeah, it's freaking it's so cool. But yeah, we got a driver for your car.
Alright.
So yeah, we'll Jacob, I guess is gonna go pick up your car tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And then we'll get it here, and that was cool. I appreciate you. Yeah, no problem.
You could always call in, Steve, if you wanted to.
Yeah, call Steve.
The
You got my phone number.
voice of Star Speedway,
Yeah.
Steve Grant.
Yeah, he's got my phone number. It's even up on the screen. So, but yeah, road seems to be done.
What's going on, Sean?
Still have some.
Not much, just sitting in this room.
No, I talk about follower.
To be done. With the video.
Nothing.
What do you mean
That's
nothing?
true,
It says
Steve.
Waiting for
Me
my
and you
video
could be the
signal.
guys that would just sit in the car and wait for the race to come and then wait
Nothing's
for everyone
happening.
to
It's still live on my end. It's up on the screen, Steve.
So,
leave. It seemed,
It's missing a couple of like clips to hold some of the sheet metal down, but besides that,
what are they, Zeus fastened?
so all the door panels all sheet metal and everything? Or?
that we still have to do.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Steve, it's Pete's cell phone number.
So hold on, Steve. I think I got your number. I'll just stop here. I'll see if I got it.
Seems like we have nothing to talk about this week. Any drivers out there have any questions about like anything?
Yeah, definitely. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to call in.
Can the 8 watchers that are on Facebook?
Hey, here we go.
9.
Here we go.
4 of them are my family.
We're calling you,
I
Steve.
don't want to hear them.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, Steve Grant? How are you?
Good. I was sitting there and I'm like, holy shit, I'm still in it. I can't believe it.
I was pulling for you too.
So wasn't I.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Obviously, I didn't
Yeah,
pay
we're
the
all
driver's
pulling for you.
wife off enough, or girlfriend.
I was watching on your chat feed, and
Yeah.
but you couldn't see the comments. But now I appreciate it. And what you're doing, though, Pete, was a cool thing. And you know what, man, you really done an awesome job with getting that division up and rolling. And
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
you know, and you know, I wouldn't have been able to do it full time anyways, as I'm over it. But you
Yeah.
know, it's but no, you're doing an awesome job with that. Appreciate you all, and man, I'm telling you, you're growing it.
Oh, we got 25 cars so far.
25 cars signed up. How many races you got this year?
14.
14 races.
Yeah.
Where?
It's crazy, right, Steve?
We got two at
Yeah.
we got 2 at Star, 4 at Hudson,
Yeah,
2 at Riverside,
yeah.
2 at Monadnock, 1 at Lee.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, we got Lee Speedway this year.
Claremont.
It's gotta be completely scary at Riverside, though, man. 'Cause I did it as you guys were talking. I did the Enduro as a passenger. And I was like,
I remember.
no.
Yeah,
I remember you engaged.
Like one of those guys.
100 miles an hour.
We have the same
Like a
lap
cut-
times as a pro stock up
Yeah,
at
we have the same
Riverside.
lap times as a pro stock up at Riverside.
Are you kidding? No way. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have. I say that.
Yeah,
I
you're fine.
don't know.
I can tell you what happens when you hit the wall.
Yeah, right?
How was that race up there? Did anyone hit the wall?
No. Riverside Sean hit the wall.
I did.
Wait, let me backtrack that. Him, Sean Martin drives my 78 car.
Yeah.
Jason Rompery drives my 1 car, and
Yeah.
they both smacked the wall at the same time.
No way. Sean,
Yeah.
how did you feel after that?
That was probably, I don't know if it's because I'm older, but it was one of the hardest hits in a car that I've taken. It took me 2 weeks to really get full movement of my neck and stuff back. But I'm old fashioned. I don't wear a neck brace. I wear a helmet. And you know, a fire jacket. You know what I mean? Like I don't wear any of that safety stuff, but I would recommend it for any new drivers coming in if you can afford it.
You know what? Honestly, especially with the speeds like that, you'll love
Right.
me, Sean. And
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm the same way. I hate to admit it, but I'm not going to say when. But there were years when I first started driving, I didn't even get the belt put on my face.
I
The right
remember
way.
No.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
So
I just read your message that you wrote. Fuck that car would go home with me. I ain't getting out of it in front of anyone.
And no, I appreciate that, though, Pete. You know, just you put people's names in there and doing something like that. It's pretty cool. And not many people would do that. You're a good guy, Pete. You always have. And you help me out. Anytime I needed you guys, you've always been there for me. And
seeing that I'm retired and I can't race anymore, I gotta still be in it, you know?
But yeah, I took over for you.
Yeah.
There's a T in there, though.
You
There's
remember my
a
crash
T
at
in
Hudson? I
there.
hit the wall head on?
Yeah, I know. You
I'm-
still got it in you, though.
Yeah, well,
You'll be alright.
I'm not medically cleared.
Yeah, don't tempt them.
That's why I took over.
So what's your plan for this year? Are you, so, okay, you're not racing.
Nope.
So are you gonna be in the tower? Are you gonna be
I will
taking
be,
the
yes.
call?
Yep.
There you go. You know,
That's a
My,
good place for him.
Jacob, my son took over my number.
there you go.
So.
But I don't know, Jake, if I change that number.
No, I wouldn't do it. Doesn't seem like it has much luck.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Well, the car's changed this year, so
You know, I think that'd be a good idea.
a lot has
to
changed
get
with
in
it.
the tower and, you know,
I don't think there's a rule on it, Jason,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll be up
Say
there.
that again?
I was talking to one of the guys that wrote in. He asked if there was a rule about neck braces. but
that's
there never
Kaylee.
has been.
That's Kaylee, not
It's really
Jason.
not Kaylee. Oh,
But
it might
yeah,
be.
I'll be up in the tower this year, so you know, telling all these drivers to settle down and don't. do
Steve, I
anything
want to
stupid.
come up to the tower on a Friday night.
Especially when you guys go to these tracks, they don't know yet. And, they don't know what's going on. And I think it would be a good thing, even if you don't actually call the calls, but you're there to like say, hey, tell this one knock
Right.
it off. And,
Right.
I think it'd be good. But
Absolutely.
if anyone, I'll tell you though, for you guys that are joining that and just getting into doing the mini cups and stuff, you definitely, I think you should definitely 100% have all the safety equipment and.
I agree.
Yeah, because
Stuff
I run with the
happens quick.
Hans device.
Because the older you get, it's you start to feel it a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
And, you definitely got to do it. But Pete, I gotta let you guys go. I appreciate you all, and seriously, thank you for the cheers, guys, and look forward to more work for you guys in 2025.
Sounds great, Steve.
Have a
Thanks,
great
Steve.
night,
Thanks
Steve.
for calling.
Thanks for
All
calling
right,
in.
All right, you too. Bye. He's a good guy. He really is.
Steve's awesome.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
the voice of Star Speedway.
Been there for a while.
Then that. Well, he was there. Then he went over to Hudson. He managed Hudson for
3 years.
3 years, and then
Yep.
he ended up back at Star. And yeah, he's
Yeah, I
a
think
fun
we're-
guy.
I
Just
think,
laughs and jokes.
I think what we're gonna do is we are actually gonna put it in the rule that you have
You
to wear
can't
at
put
least a
that
neck
in the
brace.
rule.
At least a foam neck brace.
You can't for guys like me. I won't put one on. You can't.
Well, maybe
I wouldn't
rookies.
wear one.
Rookies, maybe.
Because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
It's just so it would hinder. And I know everyone's gonna attack me for this, but been racing since I was 18, and I never had one on. I'm not putting one on now.
Yeah.
I'll at least wear a neck brace
mean-
or the Hans device, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean-
I'd rather prefer the Hans device. It's a little bit more comfortable on my shoulders.
Yeah. Right.
The restriction. I mean, I guess the thing is, if we start making stuff mandatory safety-wise, I think it's a good idea. Don't get me wrong. I won't let my daughter get into a car without one. I wouldn't let.
Yeah, my
whatever. I
dad-
think they're
dad-
a great idea.
Yeah, my dad won't let me inside mine unless I have either the Hans device or a neck brace.
They're. I mean, it's a good thing to have.
Right.
I'm just
exactly.
not. It's just not me.
All
It's just
right.
not me. So making a
So
rule would
anyone
basically
new
make me
should,
disqualified.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
These
good
cars
idea.
are dangerous. They're, and honestly, the little neck brace is only $7 or $8.
Yeah.
They might be 15 now after COVID or whatever, but they're not real expensive. They are good to have. So you should wear them.
Yeah.
I
So
guess.
I've had somebody ask me on my Facebook page saying that he hears that there is a new DeFrancisco rookie driver.
Well,
So
You heard through the
Looking at it.
grapevine, did you, or did you watch it?
so tell us about yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been sort of a gearhead, I guess. I mean, I have my own modded car, and I enjoy going to car meets and all that. But I figured, why not actually race on a track instead of the street?
well, you gotta
Says
figure
more
too. The
people.
mini
It's
cup
cheaper,
car,
right?
You gotta figure too. The mini cup car ain't no bigger than what he drives now. The Honda Fit. About
You have
the
a
same
Honda
size.
Fit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
About the same size.
take a risk.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the best already.
But yeah, it sounds fun, and who knows, it might open doors to new types of racing that I might enjoy. So, and you already mentioned Travis Pastrana, so I was immediately like,
Yeah,
wow,
we're
let's go.
working on that as we speak, and we I know we have James York already confirmed,
And
um,
Stu, yep.
And yeah, so we're working on Travis Pastrana. I know he's been busy traveling and racing around the world and stuff like that. He's trying to do a 360.
Doesn't he have a
in
knee
car.
replacement?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Wow, I'm really up to date.
And then, well, he just attempted
Yeah, I
a
saw
360 car stunt, and that went horribly wrong. Wound up on his roof, but he's gonna try it again for the 4th time.
No.
So yeah. But look it up on YouTube, you'll see it.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I'll have to check that
Yeah,
out.
it's pretty wild. But yeah, I just talked to Travis the other day. We got Casey Paul that's gonna run up at the Lee USA Speedway on October 5th weekend. He's the one that actually beat Kyle Busch by half a
Hey,
car
Derek.
last year. Rachel, hold on a second. I gotta stop my live again.
That's the
Rachel?
problem. We have a lot more
You
listeners.
are on
We
the
have a lot
podcast.
more watchers, but they're
Oh, I know.
So what's that?
How's everybody's night going?
Not
I don't
too
know.
bad.
What'd
How
you get
yours?
me for dinner?
Sean wants to know what you got him for dinner.
Olive Garden?
Ooh.
I
might be staying too.
Love Olive Garden.
He loves
It's
Olive
better
Garden.
than my Dave's Hot Chicken, I bet.
So, but Patrick McKinnery actually won the driver's seat for this year, so I got to get a hold of him. Maybe I'll message him and tell him to call in. So,
Yeah, that'll be a good idea.
Mikey.
yeah, I'm actually gonna message him. right now.
We should have gave him like 5 minutes to call in. Like, what's that show? You only get so long to call in, and then you go to the next person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me hold on a second. Let me go here.
Do we know where this guy lives?
Yeah, he lives around here.
Around here. So that'll at least make it feasible.
Makes it easier.
Make.
You guys ever drive the mini cups around here?
No.
Have you?
Like,
Like, did you get in trouble?
we drove.
That'd be
We
fun.
were able to
Well,
drive from driving
in
downtown
Nashville.
to driving. What did we drive him downtown from? It's bad for the tires.
Yeah, we actually
So,
did drive
we
him on
don't.
the street.
True. Okay.
We actually drove him.
But we did
had the
drive him.
Manchester Christmas parade.
Yeah,
We actually drove him from Elm Street all the way here.
Oh shit.
but it's bad for the tires.
That's further than
Yeah,
I've
it's-
ever gone.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
bad
mean, in the
for
winter,
tires.
they're fun
Yeah,
to
'cause
drive.
I had problems with
I was trying to do some ice racing with ours. Stop calling in.
Ice race.
because I was so
Yeah,
bad.
we studded up some
Yeah.
tires,
Yeah, that was bad. That was
Old
her
tires
first
that
time
we
driving
had,
one of these
but
cars.
Ever?
Yeah,
didn't work out
Oh.
great.
Yeah, I was running
There's-
having to drive these cars.
Gotta like,
yeah, right. It was rigid and it was bumpy as hell.
gotta
They
like
are.
somehow cover the
Very.
motor
Your
better.
cousin kept dying on me.
Yeah, right.
It's
No,
like your
not
car
his
does now.
car.
Well, I was
Yeah.
wondering
Yeah,
because
not-
like
not
I've driven
this
down the
guy.
street of Nashua and
Yeah.
like a cop stopped and he just like looked over but then he drove off and I was
That's
like,
funny.
how could I get in trouble for this?
All right, Rachel. We'll let you go, and we'll see you in a little while.
Yeah, I'm actually on my way back.
Chicken
now,
broccoli Alfredo.
Drive safe.
Chicken broccoli Alfredo. Bring it back with you.
Mm.
All right, bye.
So.
Bye.
Bye.
So I just sent Patrick a message. Hopefully he calls in. I don't know if he's working or not. So he might be working. So, but yeah, he won the ride for this year. So we'll get it all set up for him, and we'll have to get him here and get seated, make sure he fits in it. So yeah, Ken, you are right.
Hi,
Should have
Ken.
At least a horse collar. I agree. So,
My buddy, when we drove, he had a Super, and I forget what it was, but it was kind of like the Hans device, but it didn't have any shoulder straps. It was just like a harness that you put on that kind of went with your belts, and then it clipped into your helmet. I might look for one of them. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
what
a
it
Hans.
was. It weren't a Hans, though. 'cause
Yeah,
it
it's
didn't
the one
have-
the one you're talking about is like the Simpson, the one with the straps on it.
Yeah,
Is
but
it
it was
with the back
before
and
all
all,
this
or-
Hans device stuff.
Is it part of the back? It goes down the back, straps around
It's
the
just a
sides?
harness, and
Oh,
then
wow.
it just clips into your. I know Pete. I mean, I know Ken would know what it is if he's listening.
Yeah.
But that was the nicest. It was cheap,
Yeah,
and it was
that's
just
a
a quick
Hans.
little. It
I
was
know.
just a quick little like thin straps. They were just this,
Yeah.
you know, and they just kind of clipped over, and it clipped
Yeah,
into your
and then
belts,
you
and
had
then it
a
just
piece
clipped
of-
to your head.
Yeah, you had like a piece of metal that went down the back.
So
and
it didn't
around- yeah.
restrict your movement a
Right,
whole
right.
lot.
It's something like a Hans, but it's not.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mikey Green. We're hoping it's gonna be pretty big. This.
I haven't even seen that. This is the first message you've written.
I know, right? So, but yeah, everyone should have a horse
Hope I
collar.
get an
I
I love
agree
you
with
from
Ken
him.
on that. Just for safety, you know what I mean? But
It's the Simpson hybrid. Yeah, you're
What's
probably
cheaper?
right, Jason. Probably that Simpson hybrid that he just said.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was, because it was just a harness. there's no real like shoulder pads or anything, or no
Right,
like
right.
neck
Yeah.
restraint.
Also, another good person to ask about that question too is TJ
just-
Moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Tony.
good one too.
I just asked the guy that was wearing it.
So Brandon Emerson's gonna be driving one of my cars this year. Ken Goodrow is not gonna be driving this year. He's gonna be stepping away. He's been working a lot. He's gonna do a lot of home improvement. So
Is Ken gonna get a Super out for a couple races though?
yeah, I'm gonna go over his house. We're gonna push it in the trailer, push it in the garage, and I'm gonna help him give him a hand cleaning up his garage. We're gonna push the Super in the garage, and he's gonna go through it and
Yeah.
possibly try and make a race or two this year. If not, he's gonna get it ready for 2026.
Yep. We were talking last couple podcasts ago about that.
Yeah.
Can't give it all up,
Right.
especially when he's good at it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
don't want to
He's
see him
real
give
good.
up.
He's the hell of a guy to set up a car. So I mean, it's shown. The first 5 people that drove my 7 car won. So, but yeah, it's pretty impressive. So, I think you're gonna win any this year?
I want him to.
He better. What's it? Are we getting the Ricky Bobby thing over there? He better, or we're
So,
we don't
not
date
first,
losers in
you're
this.
last.
We don't date losers in this rum.
So if you want, you can get radios, and that way she can talk to you while you're out there.
That might be distracting.
That might be very.
You'd
That might
like
not be
whispering in my
good.
ear, what do you want for dinner?
Yeah, you
No,
don't
not
need to
that
hear
kind of
right?
talking like saying, oh, there's somebody on the outside of you, stay low, or
Oh.
don't
Yeah,
go low, there's
that'd
somebody
be cool.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's called a spotter.
Radio, yeah.
So,
Radios, I mean, for
Avoid the wall on the right.
yeah.
it doesn't move. Don't go
Well,
there.
when I
Don't
was-
turn right.
When I was getting in there, you only had one mirror, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Left side mirror only.
yeah. Mirrors.
I don't like mirrors.
I don't like
I've never
mirrors.
ran
I've
mirrors
never
in my
ran a
mini
mirror
stock or anything.
But- I mean, for the new guys, it's good to take a peek. Like when you're going down into the corner, it's good to take a peek down to say, okay, no one's there. I'm not going to wreck anyone. But generally, like I told the guy last week when he started to bring up the mirrors, I jumped on him because mirrors are a big thing for me. What do you care what's going on behind you?
Yeah.
you-
Really, right?
Like,
What do you care? Who cares what they're doing
other
back
than,
there?
Like, my right blind side. I
Yeah.
don't-
I mean, but generally, like racers, they know like there's kind of like a code of ethic, code of conduct. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a code where if you're not at the guy's, if your nose ain't at the guy's front door, it's not your spot. So you need to back out of it so he can come down and run his line. Now, if you have a radio, you're not getting that same. You're not getting that same
Right.
niceness from me. I mean, because for one, you got someone in your ear saying, "Hey, he's at your rear quarter. He's at your rear quarter. He's at your rear quarter." So why would I lift? Because I'm going to take 2 or 3 laps to get back to you if I lift, right?
Right.
But so I'm not going to run you as clean. Not as clean. As clean isn't really a word. I'm not going to run you the same way as a guy that has radios to a guy that doesn't. Guy that doesn't, I know. Okay, he doesn't see me. I got to give him the spot. Guy that's got a radio and someone telling him, you're going around if you cut down on me. Because I'm going to not give you the spot, right? Because I know you know. I know she's telling you, your dad's telling you, your mom, your aunt, your uncle, whoever's in that radio, in your head, they're telling you there's someone there. And that's how you should race.
Right.
Everyone should race that
It's a
way.
good way.
Just-
for beginners at least.
Yeah. And the radio's not a bad thing. You just got to realize that people are going to race you different.
Right.
Yeah, they'll race you different as opposed to where you don't have a radio.
Yeah, if you don't have a radio, they're just going to give you more
Right.
room to race. Unless you're Jason Romfrey. He said he would. He said he would spin me no matter where I am next to him.
Thanks, Mikey. These are the new ones. They're going up. We're gonna order some, and they're gonna be up for sale. So, yeah, these are the new. Yeah, these are the new ones. We just got a couple of them in today to see what the quality was.
Is anyone excited to drive all the way to Claremont and Monadnock?
Ooh,
I don't know where you're from,
The other
but
ones that we got,
Gary.
a different fabric.
Oh, yeah, so it's a
Jersey
drive.
style,
Gary.
They're gonna be
It's a
40.
good drive.
yeah,
So,
racing season's gonna start taking up camping season.
Yep. Yeah, well, we got 14 races this year. I'm actually really looking forward to going to Lake. That's the race I'm really looking forward to.
I am too. Last time I was there, I had a good showing for my heat.
The last time we
And,
were there,
We had some
my
good
car
cars.
won. With,
Yeah.
With Carl Reckless.
Carl Ratcliffe won. The speeds there are incredible.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, yeah, it's incredible. I mean, when you turn down into the corner, the G-force you have of your seat you know, your body just pressing to your seat.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it's incredible.
Is it all circuit or is it some like?
No,
range-
it's
no
all
ranges
no
between
road course. We tried to get a couple road courses tracks to jump on, but a lot of the road courses can't handle
actually-
the speeds of.
I'm actually talking to the New Hampshire Motor
I was gonna
Speedway
say New Hampshire Motor Speedway
about their road
may,
course, because what they'll do is
because
they'll
they
cut
could
out-
handle it.
They'll cut out the hairpin turn that goes up the hill.
Right, because that
they'll-
would slow you down.
Right, they'll
too
cut
much.
that out like they do with the Legends
Yeah.
and the Bandoleros. They'll cut that out. and
Well,
we can do
anyway,
rest
the
of road course.
Bandoleros run, we can run.
And
We're faster than the Bandoleros, and we
So-
don't sound as stupid.
But yeah, I'm talking to a guy, Jonathan, over at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and he's gonna look into it and go from there. But we do have like I said earlier today, before the show, we do have a spot over Fan Zone for the week during NASCAR week.
So come visit me, folks,
Yeah, Sean.
because
will
I'm gonna be
there.
stuck with Jason.
Jason Romfrey. Jason
I know you're
Romfrey
listening.
and Sean Martin will be running that show. They'll have about 7 cars there. We'll be set up with a 20x40 spot. We'll have plenty of stickers to give away. We're going to set up one of the mini cup cars as a racing simulator so kids can try it out and do 5 laps around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway inside the mini cup car.
I want to do that myself.
Right? It might just
So,
show up.
Absolutely.
Well, the problem is he keeps talking about all these kids being able to try it. I don't know how they're going to get me out of it. I'm bigger than most kids.
Yeah, and then, so while they're running the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I will be set up at the Granite State Fair for 2 consecutive weekends over there. So I'll be able to
Right.
accompany you guys during the week, but during the weekend I have to be over at the Granite State Fair. But before the Granite State Fair, we will have 2 locations set up at the Deerfield Fair. So instead of having a 30x40 spot, we're going to have a 20x20 spot. Or what did I have last year?
Nah,
I had a 20x30 spot last year. So we're gonna have a 20x30 spot where we were last year, right by the tractor pulls, and then we're gonna go all the way across the fair and have another location at the other end of the fair.
Good idea.
Ooh,
So we can sell,
double dipping.
yeah, so we can
Nice,
sell
dude.
apparel
And
at
then-
both ends of the fair.
I'm trying to set up at the Raymond Town Fair. It's their like 150th year doing it, so we're trying to get set up there. It's really going to depend on we race Star Speedway that night. We're not going to miss a race to go set up at a fair and do a bunch of free stuff.
Right.
So if they allow me to bring the cars in after race night and just be there the weekend, we'll set up there and have fun things for the kids to do. I don't know. I'll think of something.
Yeah, that'd be, you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, we got a lot of events set up this year. But yeah, I just,
Fisher Cats, we're trying to get there.
which I
Have
have,
you
I
heard?
have a connection on that. So we're gonna talk to, it's my wife's friend that's actually a manager of the Fisher Cat Stadium.
They do a race night there. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Wait,
That's
what?
cool.
I mean,
Yeah, over at the Fisher Cat Baseball Park,
Yep.
they do a race night.
No shit.
and then is what
What does that entail? What is?
Just bring
We
the
just
cars
show
over
up.
and watch the baseball game and just,
lift little kids in and out of
yeah,
cars.
just make sure when they hit
Bring
a
your
fly,
muscles.
fly ball, you know, foul fly ball, you stay out of the way because they will hit one of the
We
cars.
did the Sky Show a couple years back, and of
we're doing that
course
again
the
this year.
Sky Show's huge, right? I mean,
We were the biggest attraction.
100,000 people there.
Wow.
Must have lifted 30,000 kids in and out of
That's a
cars
lot
all
of-
day.
So-
Yeah, I was like, okay,
The first year the Sky
we're
Show,
done.
the first year the Sky Show came back, I owned Londonderry Raceway. We
Oh
actually,
yeah, you did a go-kart track there
we
too.
actually made a go-kart track over there.
Yeah.
And we were the biggest attraction out of the whole place. We had line going from our track all the way down to where the stage was. And there was nobody else around.
It's
They're
fun.
all in line with us.
It's fun with these little cars because it brings everybody. It brings adults to look, and then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
bring kids to look. And obviously, when you get a kid around, you know, you get their adults, and I mean, kids make money for
Yeah.
any attraction.
And
So
then the year after, we didn't do the track because I didn't have the track anymore. So we just brought the cup cars,
we were still
and we were still
the
biggest
lemonade.
attraction.
Remember the lemonade lady?
Yep,
She's
I
like,
have
"Thank
her
you
phone
guys for
number."
setting up next to us."
Yeah, I have her phone number. She actually wants. She asked me if I knew somebody who knows how to weld to make her a couple of cart stands. I told her I'd get back to her.
I mean, I have a fabricator. I don't know how
Mm.
busy. He's pretty busy normally. A
she's-
lot of the times.
right.
He
But,
barely gets my stuff in.
But yeah, so we were the biggest attraction there again. And Recycle Percussion, Chaos, and Kindness is the one that puts on the Sky Show.
Mm.
And I had talked to Justin and Quinn, because I know them both, and they are possibly coming back again this year. But that won't be till August, so we'll wait and see what's
That's
going on
fun.
then. But I think we only got one race in August anyway. And then We
Thank
race.
the Lord, August is hot.
We race September 1st, and then that's the only race in September we have. But every weekend in September, after the 1st, we're at fairs.
We stay busy during the summer with these things.
Yeah,
Sounds fun.
we
It's-
stay very
it's good
busy during the
time.
summer, and I stay very busy all year round.
You gotta
I
like.
don't stop.
This is a full-time gig for you.
We
It
were
is.
Wow.
3 years ago. Scars is what showed up at the track. So that's how big it's gotten.
Yeah.
And again, everybody that tries one says, "Oh, I gotta buy one." I mean,
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
basically the cheapest form of racing. I mean, I know like a lot of people say like the 6-shooters and the pure stocks are cheap, but once you buy these cars, it's just general maintenance. I mean, you clean your bearings and stuff like that. You get weeks out of them. You know what I mean? I was competitive. First year I ran the same bearings all year, and I just cleaned them. So, I didn't spend any money other than getting in the track. So once you spend the money to get a car and to get it rolling, and then once a year, I would do bearings, bearings all around, and just check stuff, brake pads, stuff, maintenance stuff that you do on your everyday car.
Right.
But it's just a lot cheaper. I mean, but don't get me wrong, racing costs money. I mean, we had this discussion last night. A guy with a good carburetor is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was telling each and every one of these guys that's on this board, I told everybody, in order to be in this drawing, you have to take care of the car. You
Right.
break it, you fix it.
Right.
You blow a motor, you buy another one, you put it in.
Luckily, it's not cheap. Luckily, they're not expensive.
Right.
I mean, a motor is $400. That really it isn't, right? I mean, in the midst of if you start thinking about building motors for race cars,
Right.
Like I said, the mini stock, that was a brand new $5,000 motor that made it one race. That's cool. Yeah. So I mean, racing costs money. The carburetor thing, we went back and forth on because you can cheap out. You can get a $14 carburetor. If we forced everyone to make it, people were still going to cheat the $14 carburetor up. So you can buy a Stage 2 carburetor for $119 that
Right.
puts you at a pretty good advantage. I mean, carburetor gained me a second and a half. And that's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I was lap traffic, put a carburetor on, and could stay top 5.
Right.
So, carburetor's huge. But also, maintenance is huge. I mean, maintenance.
Yeah, you can't win a race by just a car just sitting
Right.
there.
The first week you go out with all new bearings, you might be 1, 2, 3, top 3, right? Next week you start to fall back, a 16th of a second. And now the week after, from no maintenance, you're another 16th. And before you know it, you're lap traffic, because 0.2 of a second makes you lap
Yeah.
traffic.
And I'll tell
That's
you,
how close all the cars are.
you watch NASCAR. You see how when they going down like the straight and whatever, they're actually nose to tail and they're drafting. These cars ain't no different. You get out.
Yeah,
of the
you can
draft, you're
feel the
screwed.
draft, actually.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you go to make a pass, you actually feel your car slow down. So you've got to, I haven't perfected it yet, but the trick would be to draft someone, figure out where their weak spot is, and then try to get underneath them.
Right.
Most people don't try to pass on the outside. I've only seen a couple guys do it because the outside's the longer way around, and when you don't have horsepower, you lose momentum up top. A couple people have done it, but if you're that much faster than some lap traffic, a lot of people pass. I always pass lap traffic on the outside because it gives me like 9 grooves to get away from them if they
Right.
start to do something crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, most pass should be made on the inside if you can, because with a fast guy, that's a way to gain 1/10 of a second. But you feel the car, like if you get out of the draft and then you start to get, like you'll just hear your motor just wind up and you'll suck right to their bumper.
Oh yeah.
It's really
You
cool.
probably have to lift.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
get
really
into 'em.
cool. Yeah.
I've also heard the breaking point. And if you keep gradually doing it, like 50 meters, whatever, after each lap, then that way it'll kind of
Yeah.
be going a little faster. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. And
But most of the time, don't hit your brakes. Stay wide open.
never hit your brake.
You were telling me that.
Unless you really have
Never.
to,
Right.
full throttle all the way.
Yeah.
Don't lift.
Definitely not lifting.
And driving a suspended.
I mean, if you
compared
have
a
to,
rigid,
obviously.
it's like driving a Cadillac to a car with no suspension.
Everyone should have to run a rigid for
I
one
was-
race.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was kind of hoping I'd get a rigid.
What?
Yeah.
Says nobody ever.
From
I
the
know.
research I was doing.
Right?
There.
Why is that? What made you?
Well, because he's
think-
young, for one. His back probably don't hurt as much as
put
mine.
you, I can
Yeah.
put you in his
No,
rigid.
don't.
Yeah.
Not if
Well,
you want to be competitive.
I just heard it may give you a little bit of a benefit.
It
I know
does.
it's a
So,
little harder, but
yeah,
Yeah.
a guy that drives a rigid learns to be really smooth with the wheel.
Yeah.
You have to be, because you have to be technical. You have to be really good to run with the suspendeds. If you want to run with the suspendeds and be competitive with the suspendeds, you've got to be that much better as a driver. Generally,
You want him on a rigid?
no. I'm not letting him say yes. I'm really not.
I mean,
because-
suspended feel better, but
Well, you'll feel better and you'll be competitive. And it seems from what, I mean,
No, no,
you
that,
plan
if
on
you
being
drive a
competitive,
suspended-
so
If you drive a suspended, less work she has to do.
What do I have to do?
Take care of him.
yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't
shit.
walk for 3 days.
Love it.
yeah.
3 days after, I couldn't even like hardly move. You like, there's
No,
nothing
no,
that
rigid.
takes the bumps in these big tracks. So that was at Londonderry too.
Yeah.
So Londonderry wasn't a super bumpy track,
No.
but these tracks that we'll go to,
Hudson.
Star.
Jason, it's not about being afraid. I'd rather pass on the outside. It's about being smart when you pass. How many passes, I mean, happen on the outside? I mean,
Yeah.
in these cars. I mean, I've seen Skeeter do it. I've passed some slower guys. But, I mean, in general, the inside's the way to pass.
Yeah.
The quickest way. I mean, I have seen some good battles. Jason Faulkner and Jason Romfrey battled for like way too many laps side by side.
Yeah.
It was cool to watch. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
I
nice
was
to
I was
watch.
nose to tail with both of them, and it was fun to watch. But it slowed them down so much.
Yeah.
They were speaking of not lifting, I was lifting for a good second while they were side by side. So it slowed them down at least a second. Because Jason, both of them cars are really fast. Actually, I made the pass and Jason Romfrey was able to get clear of the car he was racing side by side and still catch me for a last like 1/10 of a second lead to win the race,
Yeah.
to win the heat. So, but it's slow. Side by side slows the cars down
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
does. I agree.
But no, if you plan on being competitive, the suspended's the way to go.
Especially when you're getting in that $10,000 car.
Yeah, especially getting a good car.
Yeah.
You know, if you can do research about bump steer and stuff like that, like it's all about how you get through the corner. You know, most people, we're all even going down the front and back stretch because everyone has the same motor. Maybe you might get a slight advantage with carburetor, but if you can get your car to roll freely through the corner and not bind up and stuff like that, you're going to be fast. You're going to be fast because that's where most people struggle. And that's still where I struggle. I've been racing here with Pete for 3.5 years and I've still yet to win a race. And it's pretty sad to say. Because,
You'll
you
get
know,
there.
well, I mean, I just thought it was easy. I thought it was gonna be easy. I thought I've raced. I mean, I've won races. I've finished second in championships and driven everything under the moon. So I figured jumping in one of these cars, I'd just jump in it, and they're little go karts. How hard can it be?
Right? So,
3.5 years ago.
it is now 8
So
o'clock
you
already.
thought.
Didn't think we were gonna make it.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to Patrick McHenry on winning the seat for this year. Get a hold of me. You have until Sunday to get a hold of me. If not, we're going to go to the person.
Yeah, racing's a week away.
Yeah. If not, then if you don't
We
get a
got
hold of me before
time.
Sunday, the winner will go to the person that actually finished in front of you.
Which we don't know now.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, we
So-
taped it.
So, yeah, get a hold of me, and if not, then we'll go to the next person that actually finished in front of you. I want to say thank you to Jake DeFrancisco for coming on. You're welcome. Sean Martin, myself Peter, John Bays, my son Jacob, and I can't remember your name,
Kayla.
and Kayla.
New driver's girlfriend.
Yeah, the new driver's
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah.
So, like I said, you got till Sunday,
They'll
Patrick, to
forget
get
by
a
the
hold of
end
me,
of the
and then
podcast.
we'll go from there. If not, then it'll be the next person. So, hope you all take care. We'll see you Sunday at the Test and Tune if it does not rain at Hudson, and race on.
Have a great night.